All right, so the latest coming in about the deteriorating air condition in the national capital. GRAP 3 system will be put in place from 8 a.m. tomorrow in the morning. That will mean stricter, in fact, curbs being put to try and control the air pollution. Remember, the AQI in the national capital is over 400 and GRAP 3 is recommended between 400 to 450 AQI levels. Let me bring in my colleague Ishika, who is joining us at this moment for more details on this. Ishika, what does this mean for all of us from tomorrow? What are the kind of curbs that GRAP 3 will entail? All right, we are yet to, in fact, go across to Ishika on this story. And at this moment, what we know is... Okay, Ishika finally is with us. Ishika, what does this mean? A GRAP 3 from 8 a.m. tomorrow. What kind of curbs are we looking at?
Well, in fact, Ankit, first we need to know that we did see that CAQM, in fact, was, saying that they are closely watching the situation. But certainly, the entire day, we did see that there was absolutely no improvement when it came to the air quality index. And that is why now, in fact, we are getting to know that CAQM has, in fact, decided to invoke the graded response action plan Stage 3 in the Delhi NCR region from tomorrow 8 a.m. Now, if we talk about, what are going to come under this, well, the construction work, if we talk about, they have been altered. The interstate buses, if we talk about, they are going to be restricted. If we talk about, the water sprinklers, they, their numbers will have to be increased now to certainly to control the dust pollution. Now, let me also tell you that, if we talk about the Delhi government, even in the press conference today, we did see, Ankit, that how Gopal Rai again and again said that if we talk about the buses that come from the neighboring states, they are those diesel buses, which create a lot of pollution. So that is something he says that it is because of that Delhi suffers a lot. So that is also now going to be restricted under the GRAP 3. So certainly now with the GRAP 3 measures in place, it is in fact going to be more and more restrictions. We also saw, in fact, how the construction work where it was going, the dust pollution norms, they were openly being flouted. So there also, now the construction works are going to be restricted. Only those of national importance are going to be able to continue with their construction work. So certainly a lot more restrictions are now in place, but certainly the question remains that will the implementation done efficiently this time? Because we have seen with GRAP 1 and GRAP 2, the measures, the directions that were given, but the implementation on the ground was somewhere failing. Because of that, the air quality index only continued to rise, and because of that, the people, the residents here of the national capital, still now, they haven't received any kind of relief.
At this moment, Ishika, as we are talking about GRAP 3 being implemented in the national capital, there are questions whether the schools are going to be online. What is the government saying about that? Will children below the class of 5th, will they be going online with the classes, once GRAP 3 comes in place?
If we talk about in the previous year, we have seen that when GRAP 3 generally comes into being, it means that, the air quality has gone into the severe category, and that is why the government also says that, in fact, the school will go in the online mode. It is the government's decision to take, but today we did see that the, Environment Minister Gopal Rai said that they are still monitoring the situation, but with now Graded Response Action 3 now, being announced that it will be invoked from tomorrow, we'll have to wait and watch, because we are expecting that any time now we are going to get, in fact, the announcement from the Delhi government as well, whether or not they are going to make the schools at least, till primary classes in fact, online mode, because it is very much expected that now the schools will be going into online mode, but the official announcement from the Delhi government is still awaited. Over to you.
Right. So GRAP 3, in fact, comes in place with this deteriorating air quality. Now, just for the benefit of our viewers, how many grades does GRAP has? In fact, this is a graded response to air pollution. We already have been in grade 2 of GRAP for the last few days. GRAP 3 comes in from tomorrow. At what level, what other levels of this module can be used regarding the deteriorating air conditions?
Well, Ankit, if we talk about the Graded Response Action Plan, there are 4 stages of GRAP. Now, certainly, we are in fact going to enter the GRAP 3, which is in fact, the second last stage of the Graded Response Action Plan. So, certainly, that is not at all a good news for the people of Delhi, because this means that the air quality has gone into the severe category and it is likely to remain in that for a few coming days until and unless all these implementations, of Graded Response Action Plan is done efficiently. Only then we can expect it to come back to very poor, where, then again, it's there. In fact, the Graded Response Action Plan stage 2 will be active. But now after this, if the air quality even continues to worsen further, then there is a last step that is called the stage 4.
Right.
Where if we talk about, the construction work in the entire national capital, even though if it is of national importance, will have to be halted. That is, the last stage of the Graded Response Action Plan. But we have seen, Ankit, in the previous years that even Graded Response Action Plan 4 has failed to be implemented efficiently.
Yes.
So certainly the residents here are hoping that this time that doesn't be the case.